You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, Bold and the Beautiful fans, I have got your weekly prediction edition. We are looking at Steffy being completely scared, Deacon freaking out, and Carter pivoting in an unexpected way. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt, and I've got predictions for Hope and Carter, for Daphne and Carter, for Steffy and Hope, for Deacon, Sheila, and Luna, and also for Steffy, Luna, and Sheila. And hey, if you're not following us, please reach down, click that subscribe button if you are not following us. Let's just get right into it. So our very first prediction, Hope explodes at Carter for giving back Forrester Creations. So spoilers for the week, on Monday, have Hope starting to sense that something's off at Forrester Creations. And in the promo, she's kind of panicking and asking Carter, we're still in charge, right? Your name is still on those LLC papers, right? And first of all, she's not in charge. Her name isn't on those papers. She is, using Carter's power to, swan around and crap on people, but this is so messy. And Eric and Ridge face this big revelation that's going to change the course of things. And Steffy is still kind of doubting Carter's intentions and if he's going to actually follow through with giving back the company. So on Friday, of course, we saw Carter and Ridge and Eric making up, and Carter said how sorry he was and how even though things are going well, the victories are hollow because the people he cares about aren't there, namely Ridge and Eric, and he misses them a lot. They miss Carter. And then he tore up those papers and they shook hands basically over him coming back into the family fold, but he did ask them to keep hope for the future. But even though Carter tore up the papers, he filed them with the state. So tearing up that copy is symbolic. It's not an actual thing. So Steffy may not believe that Carter intends to do the right thing until he goes down to the courthouse or the state clerk, wherever, and dissolves the LLC. And it also looks like Hope has something up her sleeve. And she may have done some kind of Hail Mary plan because she was worried Carter was going to cave, something to keep Eric and Ridge from keep getting the company back. Maybe she went and added herself to the LLC papers behind Carter's back, or maybe Brooke's name, something like that. She is going to fight a whole lot because she feels like the Logans are owed a big chunk of this company. So I just wonder if she's done something and pulled a sneaky stunt and she's going to blow up at Carter and then maybe reveal that she did something because she didn't trust him. And our next prediction ties into all that. I think Carter's going to turn to Daphne after Hope explodes at him. And then, of course, on Monday, Hope starts to sense something is off and she wants to know about that. And Daphne keeps reassuring Carter that she knows this is not the man that he is or wants to be. She has all this faith in him. So after Hope goes off on Carter for giving Forrester Creations back, or trying to, we'll see if he can, depending on if Hope has done something. And I'm sure he is going to turn to Daphne for comfort. She is going to be there with open arms. They've already sparked. They have a kiss. She does have strong feelings for him. And I suspect Carter is having some feelings for her, even though he hasn't admitted it. But the fact that he rejected Hope's absolute ultimatum that he send her out of town is a huge red flag. So Hope's tantrum over him tearing up those LLC papers may be what pushes Carter right into Daphne's arms, because depending on what Hope says to him, it might reinforce to Carter, okay, everybody was right. She actually is using me. And, I need to choose somebody who's not going to use me, namely Daphne. Our third prediction, Steffy makes Hope's life miserable to drive her away. So we have all the tearing up of papers and this big reveal, but then on Wednesday, Hope and Steffy stand their ground, according to official spoilers, and they are on opposing sides of something to do with this shocking turn of events. And Steffy also tells Ridge and Eric, when they bring her the news about Carter, asking for Hope for the future to stay active, Steffy's adamant and says that Hope should have no involvement with Forrester Creations because they all feel like she was the driving force behind what Carter did, right or wrong. I'm not saying I agree with that. I'm saying that's what the Forresters all seem to think. And I think she is going to push to get Hope fired again. Even if Hope for the future stays in active line, Zende could stay the designer and they can just, toss her out. They own that brand, because that's where it started. So this shocking turn of events, I think, is going to determine really what happens and whether or not Steffy can outright fire her, or she may just go out of her way to make Hope miserable so that she gives up and leaves. But if you remember, Hope told Carter that she can never go back to the past and she will not work under them. And I'm still curious to see what this shocking turn of events is, because when Bold says something is shocking, a lot of times it's just very mild. We'll see. Our fourth prediction, Deacon is very upset about Sheila taking Luna under her wing. So next week, Luna shows up to see Sheila at Il Giardino and tells her that Finn's her dad and I'm your granddaughter. And Sheila is thrilled. Gives her a big old kiss right on the lips. But this past week, Sheila and Deacon were talking about Poppy and Luna. And Sheila said that Luna's one of those people that should be in prison the rest of her life. Now, mind you, Sheila probably should be in prison the rest of her life. A lot of people think that. But everything's going to change when Sheila finds out that Luna is Finn's daughter and her granddaughter. That's family. And that's a grandkid that she can be around, a piece of Finn that she can have in her life. And I have no doubt Sheila is going to take Luna under her wing, may want her to move into one of the apartments, may want her to work there. Deacon is not going to like this at all, because that is the person who killed his friends. And I think he is going to freak out. He, despises Luna. And I think Sheila's going to have to work really hard on Deacon to tell him, look, you and I have both done bad things. We have a new life. We've been redeemed. You should forgive her, something like that. But I think the wounds are too recent. And I think it might be a wedge that comes between Sheila and Deacon, the presence of Luna in her life. But I don't see Sheila giving up her granddaughter now that she's just gotten her. And our very last prediction, Steffy is going to be terrified to find out that Luna is with Sheila. So an official spoiler for Monday says Luna comes to Sheila looking for an alliance. An alliance means that you're getting together to go against somebody, and that somebody has got to be Steffy. And not so much to hurt her, but just the fact that she has told Finn that Luna can't be in his life and Sheila can't be in his life. And of course, they're both kind of psychotic, or at least have been in the past. So they have a lot in common, although they both try to claim that they are redeemed. And I've said this before, that they don't have to hurt Steffy in any physical way to get what they want. Steffy's marriage is on the precipice of falling apart. All they have to do is push, and it'll probably fall. And then Luna and Sheila may feel like they can take Finn away from her and have him in their life and Steffy out of it with her ultimatums and everything. Also, real quick, a little bit of casting news. Spencer Pratt from The Hills is going to be guest starring on Bold and the Beautiful. It seems random, and he's going to be showing up in April when there's a fashion show event happening. And at the same time, Christine Williams from Young and the Restless, who of course is played by Laura Lee Bell, Brad Bell's sister, the showrunner, and of course their parents created both the soaps, both the CBS soaps. So we'll see. Don't know if her rocker boyfriend Danny Romolotti is going to be with her or not.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.